man likes to be controlled.
Oh, really?
In private, yes. In public,
No.
no. I promise you, like, if you tell a man in private, get on the floor, they will get on the floor.
I had my like phase of athletes.
Oh, they're giant.
Just everything is big, okay?
Sometimes you have to train a man because they're not used to a high quality woman or high quality man. And also, how would someone know your like love language if you don't tell them, if you don't say something? You're a girl making more money than a straight man, like that will hurt his ego. Which is fair. From a male perspective, I get it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tall Blonde. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tall Blonde. Today, I have another exciting guest who does go by Lord Caribbean. How we're going to get to know him is by his real name and what is underneath that. We're going to understand how you even got to have that name and why you go by that.
Yeah.
But I am introducing to you Rolph Alcide.
Yes, correct.
So can you, first of all, give us a little bit of a breakdown as to why you chose to have the name? Like why didn't you go by, I know in your bio you do, it's not like you're hiding your real name,
Right.
but why did you choose a different name to go by on social media?
Well, I'm from the Caribbean, which is from Haiti.
Okay.
So a lot of people don't know I'm Haitian.
Okay.
So on social media, it's always like, oh, where are you from? Are you American based? Or are you like somewhere else? But born and raised in Haiti, came like 15 years ago. But I wanted a name that like stuck to like my culture and my background. And my mom is half German, but grew up in the Caribbean. My father's full Haitian. So I decided, do you know Scott Disick?
I do.
Like his name is like Lord Disick, right?
I love Scott Disick.
Right, me too. I love his aesthetic back then. I think it was like around Tumblr phase.
Yes.
And his name was Lord Disick. He was like on private jet.
I think I still
suited
call
up.
him Lord Disick.
Me too. I really do. And I really like the first name Lord.
Yeah.
And then I saw on social media back then when Instagram had a different font.
Yeah.
And I was like, my God, I love his name Lord. And then I thought about like Lord, but like what can I do to still relate it into my background?
Yeah.
So Lord Caribbean came about.
Okay. And has it always been like that, or were you wanting to like change? Like you obviously had Instagram probably before you changed your name to Lord Caribbean. Lord Caribbean.
Yeah, it's always
Yeah?
pretty much been like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so you knew it for a while.
I knew for a while, yeah. It's been like that for quite some time.
And it says in your bio, New York/Miami, but you say you're in Miami. Yeah. You say you're in Miami for more time than you are in New York, but
Yes.
you're kind of like in between
Miami's
both.
home because I've been here for like 15 years and plus. So, but Miami is like where I'm based, where like my place is, my family, my friends. But New York is more like for work, you know, cute little vacation, cute little trips to like meet other content creators.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miami is like home.
And how long have you been here in Miami then?
I've been in Miami 15 years.
15 years.
Yeah, 15 years.
So you're settled in. You're
Settled
like, this
in.
is me.
This is me, like this is me. But obviously, like as I grow in my career, I do like eventually want to like transition to like maybe LA or New York. But is that the best fit? I'm not sure yet because Miami is such a growing economy for the creation world now.
Yes, absolutely.
Like 3 years ago, it wasn't, but now it's booming with like a lot of things like the influencers are having. So like it would be wrong of me to leave now while it's just like there. You see what I'm saying?
You want to be a part of like the come up,
The come
growth
up, right?
of it.
And like everybody knows I'm from Miami. Like when they're like, aren't you that boy that's from Miami? Or aren't you that boy that does like beauty? Aren't you that boy that does skincare? I'm like, yeah, it's me.
Yeah. And I feel like, I mean, truthfully, I haven't really seen too many events in Miami until like a couple years ago.
Like 3 years ago, yeah. 3 years ago.
But there is a lot happening now here, which is great. And it's also like,
Well, let's keep it a secret.
yeah, nobody come here.
Right.
But like the difference between Miami, because I've traveled here. I've never lived here by any means, but I've traveled here for weekends, for trips, for people's birthdays, partied on yachts, did the whole Miami thing. And I love it. But that compared to New York is polar opposites.
100%.
Like the lifestyle.
The lifestyle, the dating scene,
Yes.
the friendship,
Yeah.
night and day.
So how, like, what do you see as the biggest difference for both?
When you think about Miami, you think of like party, you think about live, you think about like going out with your friends, staying up yachting, staying up late at night, just like partying.
Yeah.
But when you think about New York, it's just like, you know, Sex in the City, Carrie Bradshaw, like having a little fun, going to cafes, you know, getting that New York City, you know, experience, going to the Manhattan, Brooklyn, you know, it's just chic and aesthetic.
Yeah.
Miami a lot of folks don't think about Miami in that sense. It's more of like a party scene. Like, welcome to Miami.
But then living here, do you think that?
I think living here, it's different because if you're like a local here, like, you know the difference. And I think, like, obviously, like, we all get sucked into the party lifestyle. Like, going out,
too easy.
It's too easy. And it's so fun. And everybody, you never know who's really a local or who's really visiting because there's so many every single day.
Yeah.
But the people that do live here, we do party here and there. But obviously, we know, like, the places to go, the places to not go. Like,
what days of the week to go?
What days of the week, like, what's like ghetto, what's like very elegant, what's like very nice.
What's the vibe that you kind of want to do that night? You know, it's like you get it. Whereas people coming are like, okay, we need to stop at 11. We need to stop at Live. We need
end
to go
the night
to
at Space.
Yeah.
Like, and then we go to Puerto Vita, and then we hop on a plane, and then we go back home.
Yeah. And I did the 11, and I love it. I mean, I had so much fun.
What's your favorite nightclub?
I loved Mila. We went there, which is, I guess, not a nightclub. It's like a bar.
It's like a lounge bar.
Right?
But it's so chic and elegant.
So chic and elegant. I loved it. And it didn't feel as clubby. Like, I've had my club phases. Loved them. But I think, like, I'm only 24. How old are you?
I'm only 26.
Okay. So we're very, very similar in age. But I feel like every single time I come back to Miami and go to live and stuff, there's obviously a wide range of ages, but I used to be the youngest and now I'm not the youngest anymore. And it's like, everything's changing.
Everything is changing at Live, but it's like still so cool to go if you've never been.
100%.
Like, I think, like, if you're first time here in Miami, you have to go to Space.
Yeah.
Like, just for the experience. Is it worth it, in my opinion? I think if you're used to techno, disco, like, you may like it, but everybody's that goes to Space is on something. Like, everybody's on something at Space.
Well, it's also a lot of, like you said it, and I've heard it from other people that live here. Space is the place to go, like, after the night out.
After that place does not close.
So if you're gonna be up at 7 a.m., I'm sure you have a little help in
if
some
you live
sort
in
of
downtown
way.
or Brickell, some of them go home, sleep for 2 hours, get some breakfast, and then go back.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane.
The first time I came to Miami, I remember I was out like all day, all night until like 7 a.m. Then I'd wake up at around 2 p.m., then go back out. I was like, how the hell do people maintain that lifestyle? But you saying it of, you know, you figure it out. You figure out when you want to.
It's all about balance.
Put the energy
you just
in.
figure out the balance. Like, obviously, like, I live here. I don't go to Space.
Yeah.
Like,
when's the last time you've been to Space or 11?
Oh my God. Okay. I know this may sound crazy, but I've only been to Space twice in my life. One time was last year in Art Basel. And then now 2 weeks ago with, like, Unexpected with this Jewish guy.
Okay.
Literally unexpected.
It was just like, it happened. You ended up there.
I don't even know how I ended up there. It just like, they all grabbed me. We ended up there, stayed there for like 3 hours and went back home.
Well, it is like very close from 11. What is it, like right around the corner?
Literally.
So it's very easy to go 11 to Space. Like,
literally,
it's
just
not,
cross the street.
Yeah, it's like twist my arm and you're there. But okay, let's go a little bit back. I'm gonna get into the dating. I know you said that
it's a night and day in New York City and Miami.
It's very
everybody
big
knows
contrast.
it. Literally night and day.
So we'll get into that, but I want to talk social media and content creation because we did talk a little bit about it before we started this podcast and recording. But of course, Miami is new to the scene and everything with content creation. New York is very blunt and in your face. There's an influencer at every single corner of the street taking content. But how did you get started? What was the reason for you to even start taking content and doing it? And how did you end up here?
Oh my God, that's such a good question. It's not something I talk about on my channel at all. But I started because I was working for T-Mobile's like corporate location.
Okay.
Just like I was going through some tough time. Like 9 to 5, waking up, like my boss telling me when to go to lunch, coworkers like arguing. And it was just such a miserable place to work at. And like, I found myself going down a slope that I didn't enjoy. So during COVID, like, it was such a fun thing to create, dance. And then that's what I started doing it. Be myself. But I was doing a few dancing videos, but it wasn't really my style. So one day I decided to, like, I think it was like around midnight, clean like my space. Yeah. Like, got the Lysol, the broom, the mop, everything. Yeah. Did like a quick 15-second of me cleaning my space. Literally posted at like a trendy sound. Woke up the next morning, viral. Like 3 million
Instagram
views.
Or TikTok?
TikTok.
TikTok, okay.
Yeah, 3 million views. I was like, wait, hold on. let me do more of this. So the next day, literally after work, did the same thing, started cleaning, started doing lifestyle. It was going viral, 700K, 100K, 300K views. I was like, oh my God, I love this. Yeah. And I started getting more traction, more followers. And then, you know, things were not really serious. Like I would get like maybe $500, $1,000 brand deals, but it wasn't nothing crazy. Like I had
for
like
starting
20K.
out, that's good money.
Yeah, back then that was really good money. But it wasn't until I went to Mexico, Tulum. I was living there for 1 year, came back, but I was still creating content while I was there.
When was this?
It was like maybe 2021, 2022, I would say. I was creating content in Mexico, Tulum for that whole year I was there. You know, my followers was going up. I hit like 100K, all this stuff. But however, I couldn't work with any brands because I was all the way in Mexico. So I decided to come back after that 1 year, and that's when management signed me. That's when, like, you know, I became full-time, money started rolling in. But until you start growing more and getting such a follower and like creating such a niche for yourself, that's when brands take you more serious and you start getting really good money and things become a little bit more like structured.
Yeah. So explain the once you find your niche a bit more. Like explain how you do that and what exactly that means to people that don't do content creation.
Do you remember when I said dancing wasn't really my style?
Yeah.
So when I started like, you know, cleaning and like doing lifestyle and things that made me feel happy, like finding your niche, you know, for everybody's different. It could be making food, it could be skincare, it could be beauty, it could be whatever it feels like you're passionate about and you can really educate on, that's your niche. So once I found like beauty, once I found lifestyle, skincare, and I realized a lot of men in the space needed help with their skincare, with a lot of men need help with their skincare, straight men, but like literally. But like obviously you can't blame them because they don't know better. Like they use their girlfriend's skincare because it's easier. And also when you're straight, it's sort of like, why try?
And I feel like there's a barrier of like, it's not manly.
It's not manly.
And it's a fault of other people too to not share it and post it online. Like it's not just that, but there was such a in between, and I think you're nailing it with being and putting yourself in that. And like I said before, you're so relatable.
Yes.
So try to like explain in a way of like we were talking about, but in your own words, how you are kind of broadcasting things that not all other people are.
So in the sense of like, a lot of folks are scared to put themselves out there.
Yes.
So like a lot of men now, like in the influencer world, it's all female. It's very female
like
saturated, which is amazing because obviously the women have a field for themselves that they're thriving, they're, you know, being bosses and CEO. It's amazing. But when I started out, I was only watching girls, which really, it was cute, it was nice, but I really couldn't resonate with the female, especially when they were doing sponsored posts, like doing tampons and doing like, you know, like
things that you just couldn't relate to.
Couldn't relate to, like, you know, sleep and wellness for like their period. I'm like, okay, this is not me. This is not something I'm like
I am not.
Yeah, like I'm gay, but I'm not that gay.
Yeah.
But literally, I was like, okay, I don't resonate with the female that too well. So I was like, somebody in this space has to fill that gap. So I decided to be that, you know, kind of guy to fill that gap with skincare, beauty. And I feel like a lot of straight men may think about it way too deep when it comes to skincare. It's a 3-step, it's a 4-step. As long as you have a serum, moisturizer, toner, you're good.
The basics, you're good.
Just 3 skincare step, you're good. And like, you cannot go out after showering and like, okay, cool. No, you need to protect your skin as a man. You need to protect your skin.
Which is not talked about enough.
It's not. And a lot of straight men think, oh my God, it's gay. It's not gay if you put, is it gay if you put lotion on your feet? No.
No.
Is it gay if you brush your teeth? No. So what's the point of not putting a skincare on?
It's more attractive when a guy can, I mean, in my opinion, it's more attractive when a guy can take care of himself
100%.
And be bold to do that and want to do that for himself than people that just don't care.
But I think it's society that like kind of judge guys
100%.
who, you know, put a little skincare on, put whatever, like a moisturizer on, and then you have folks that are like, you're gay.
Yeah.
And now they go back in like their self-esteem and like they're like, no, like I'm never gonna do that again. Maybe if my girlfriend put it on me, cool, I'll do it. But
they question themselves.
Exactly. But in reality, it's not gay for you to take care of yourself. It's not gay for you to self-care yourself at night. Like it's like every man needs to take care of themselves, whether you're straight or gay. Like it's essential.
It's a common thing.
Yeah, it's essential.
And did you, when you first started making these videos and doing skincare and wellness and cleaning your apartment or whatever you were doing, Did you feel that like, oh, are people going to judge me or this or that? Or were you like, I'm so confident and comfortable in myself?
No, I'm so confident and comfortable. Like I could take backlash like nobody's business.
Really?
Because it doesn't affect me.
Okay, let's talk about that.
It doesn't affect me.
Because that's tough. And not a lot of people could be able to say that.
It doesn't affect me at all. Like I could bat a lash and we move on. Like, cause like my thing is you're not hurting my pocket. You're not sleeping with me at night.
Yeah.
You're not hurting me. What's the point?
Yeah.
Like, why would I take it? Like, I remember when I started doing beauty, maybe a few months ago, and like a lot of backlash. My beauty videos are at like millions of views.
Like, what do you mean backlash? What were the comments?
Like, oh, like you're gay. Like, why is a man like you doing like makeup? Like, you're a fag. Like, you should like da da da.
Wow.
Yeah, literally. Like, oh, what are you doing? This is unacceptable. Men shouldn't be doing this. This is like 2020. Like this is like unappealing to like even the girls were backlashing at me too, like the girls, right?
You're fucking kidding.
Which like I get it, like I know we're progressing.
I don't get it.
I mean, I get it because like I'm Caribbean and African, so like I get it because my family is very religious, so I get it. So I get it.
You see a different side.
I see both sides of it. But in reality, like it's your life, it's my life. I'm gonna live my truth. It doesn't matter. But I know like I'm not gonna suppress like what I want in life and who I am. But like I could handle a backlash like nobody's business.
I love that when you said I want to live my truth and I can handle it. Like that's beautifully well said, but it is hard. Like it's so, I'm sure, like, do you read your comments?
I do. I look at it, but like I don't like respond to it. I'm like, okay, cute.
So you don't bite back?
No, I don't bite back.
Okay. Have you ever bit back?
No, not really. Like I remember I just troll it. I'm like, oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you. But like, yeah, like I don't really like say, oh my God, I'm taking offensive or like I'll make a video like
Screw
responding,
you.
screw you, because like I'm like that's not my style. I could care less.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's so true. And it's like you're wasting your time giving in to somebody else's stupid, mindless comments.
Right. And you're never gonna see them. You're never gonna see them.
And negative comments say so much more about them than it does about you.
Right.
It's like you guys are going through something and you are clearly jealous or having a tough time understanding that I'm doing so well in this field that you couldn't do something or follow your dreams. So you're going to take it out on me.
100%.
And I mean, I'm getting to that point, but I get a lot of backlash on like comments and things just because I think I talk advice and you can totally disagree. And I'm sure a lot of people do disagree, which they say it in my comments, but it's hard to look at my comments. So I hope one day I can get somewhere.
Yeah, but why do you feel like that? Like,
I like now I'm confident in who I am. I think everyone has their own insecurities.
Yes.
I am very insecure about looks and like body image and everything. I've always kind of dealt with that. But
you look freaking amazing. If I was straight, I would date you.
Thank you.
You look freaking amazing.
But like, it's just, I think I'm getting over it. And as I mature and grow older, I'm like being more confident in that. But like getting a comment saying, oh, you look bigger today or something that you're already worried about and you see it and then somebody else notices it really like hits deep.
Yeah, I mean.
So I've gone through phases where I don't look at my comments. But then, it's so true when you say they're not hurting my pockets, they're not sleeping with me at night, they're not like, their comments really don't mean anything.
Right.
Like you're following your dreams and that's exactly what you should be doing, but easier said than done.
100%. Like we all go, like you said, we all go through our own insecurities. Like behind closed doors, we all have our like demons and secrets. Like you never know what someone's going through, and like comments does hurt. But however, it's just like if you truly just believe in yourself and you truly just don't care, like life is so much better. And if you see the people that are commenting, it's just like, wow, babe. Okay,
user 56785.
Right. Like, let me focus on me now.
Yeah. You're like, and next.
Bye.
Yeah.
Right. And bye.
So monetization and making money. You said that some of the people that were bigger than you and getting more views and stuff.
I think it's so crazy. Like there are a lot of male creators and just girls as well too who have like millions of followers, but they're not making no money.
Why do you think? What's going wrong? What are they doing?
Well, they're not monetizing and they're not marketable, which a lot of people don't know what being marketable means. And like, you're not appealing to any brand. Like, what's your niche? Like we talked about, like, and you're not appealing as well as, what are you advertising really on your platform? Like, what are you doing and who are you targeting? Like, who's your target audience?
Are they going to listen to you for advice? Are they going to copy what you're wearing? What are they doing?
What are they doing? Like, why are they following you?
Yeah.
You have girls who have like maybe like 1 million followers, but like they only post bikini pics.
Yeah.
But really, like, you're not even tagging where you got the bikini from.
No.
And the way you're posting the bikini pics is just like outrageous. Like I fair, like we all post a little thirst trap here and there.
Of course.
That's fair.
You gotta do what you gotta do.
Just for a cute little bite, you know, who's watching, like your love interest.
You're
cool.
talking to someone, you know, you need to.
Cool. But your whole
back
page
in.
cannot be about you in a bikini pics.
Yeah.
Like your whole page cannot be about you
Body.
shirtless.
Yes.
Like a guy. Like, come on. Like, are you a fitness influencer? Sure. But also, are you promoting any supplement? Well, like, what are you doing?
What are you eating today? What are you taking to get to this physique?
And
what
a lot
of
them are not relatable. Like, you watch them, it's just like, sir, what's different about you than the next? And like, what are you doing? Like, can I see a day in the life? Can I see like, where do you live? Can I see your lifestyle? Like,
who are you?
Who are you? Give me something.
Is there a transition pic? Were you always in this physique? Like what? So how did you start making money? What did you find work? What does work at the moment? Like, how did you start gaining money and income from this?
Well, like I went to school for marketing.
Okay.
So I think it was easier for me to understand that background.
Concept, yeah.
Right. And also I realized a lot of the brands were targeting more towards like lifestyle, skincare, like a day in the life, like what products are you using? It never has to be that serious. As long as you include it or transition it in a very like seamless way, it makes sense. Like I wake up in the morning, like I make my bed, but like what sheets am I making my bed with?
Yeah.
I wake up, like what supplement am I drinking? What toothpaste I'm brushing my teeth with? Like I don't have to show it in your face, like boom, this is what I'm using. No, you just like add it. But like a lot of the folks are gonna be like, oh my God, what toothpaste? What's that?
And they go in the tags and they can see
Thank you.
everything.
And then you could tag the brand like, hey, I'm using Sensodyne, boom, boom, boom. I'm using Crest, boom, boom. But a lot of people don't realize that. It's just like, just make it natural. It's just gonna be the most beautiful thing for you when you create your content.
Yeah. And what is the majority of your content? Like male, female, age group, location? What is like majority, at least right now? Obviously
I think,
it changes.
when it comes to gender, it's like 58% male and the other one's female.
Okay, that's kind of nice. You got almost 50-50 each.
Well, like I think the girls fancy me.
Yeah.
Because they like a little bit
they
of
do.
masculinity and like a guy that's confident, but they also like follow me for their boyfriend. And like some of them do ask me like, hey, like what can I get for my boyfriend? Because I do like gift set for your boyfriend on like perfumes. Like I recommend like what's the best cologne your boyfriend should be wearing. And also I think the guys follow me because like obviously we're the gays.
Yeah.
You know, like I'm influencing, I'm inspiring, and I'm trying to inspire folks to just live a better and healthy lifestyle and not to care about what others think about you.
And I think also like just in my head, and obviously I've creeped you so many times, but like I actually found you on YouTube.
Really?
Before. Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was the first time I've seen you like on YouTube. And then I went to like your pages, but I found you on YouTube before even like this podcast and everything and me reaching out to you. But that's what I watched you on for a while. And I mean, you're the same person as you are in person, but like you're so relatable. And I think a lot of people, probably even girls, follow you for their boyfriends so that if their boyfriend, you know, doesn't feel like he's an Instagram person and want to follow all these people, they can do it for them.
You have no idea how many straight male messaged me asking me for just advice on skincare. And like, I remember this one DM, this guy was like, hey, like I'm getting married very soon. Like I have an insecurity with like my under eye. Like what concealer do you use to just hide? Or like what's the best brand of concealer like to just help me out, bro?
I'm like, that.
Go to Sephora, get the House Lab concealer. It's just gonna change your life. It's seamlessly, just use a small amount, goes a long way.
And they need that. Like that's exactly what needs to be put out there.
Exactly.
So talking about monetization and everything, brands that you've worked with, top brands you've worked with, or like dream brands that you want to work with.
I'm so blessed enough to have worked with so many brands and in like such a luxurious way. Like I've worked with Calvin Klein, I've worked with Dior, I've worked with like skincare products like Caudalie. I've worked with, it just goes on and on. Like I've worked with so many brands.
Any horror stories? You don't have to say the brand name,
no, like me and my team are so professional. Like we haven't had any horror stories at all. Like not even a single brand. But obviously there are brands who are a bit like nitpicky when it comes to like campaigns. Like I'm not gonna say the name of the brand, but like this one was like the most like unhinged. Like it wasn't bad, but it was just like they asked for just way too much. Budget was there, which is like, okay, like you're
like
asking for way too much.
Approval-wise?
Approval-wise. Like it's just like,
and approval-wise means like they obviously give you a campaign of things that you need to incorporate and say or whatever. You make it into your own content, and then you send it to them for approval before you post, and then them coming back to you if they want any changes. So you're saying
they came back 10 times.
Oh God.
Yeah, it would. And mind you, I typically don't have any like feedback from brands because like they trust my content because it's so professional.
Yeah, and it's
so
you.
quality, so me, and it's so like beautiful. But this brand was just like, I just think they just wanted different takes so they can use it and twist it for their own channel. And I realized that at the end. Yeah, I realized that.
But don't they have to like sign off on saying like if they're ever going to use it or reuse?
Yeah, but when they have the video, they can twist it to however they feel like it because they paid for that video for that amount of time. So really, they don't ever have to ask you because like they would say like we own that content for like a year span or 365 days, and then they could do whatever they want with that content within that year.
Which is tough because it's like you would never know that you're just trying to make them happy with the content that you're making. You know, like it's still a brand. At the end of the day, it's a business partner for that moment.
It is. Money talks.
Money does talk.
Money talk.
What is?
Listen, guys, money talk to me.
What is how much or like your biggest brand deal? Can you give us like a range of what you've made?
Like an amount?
Yeah.
Like the biggest brand deal?
That you've done.
I was at like 80K.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, that's just for like maybe like a couple videos for like the year and like a few story frame.
And are you talking Instagram or TikTok? What's your main platform? Like your
TikTok, and then Instagram, and then YouTube.
Do you still make like a bunch of YouTubes? Are you still consistent with that?
YouTube is difficult, you know, in terms of like
editing,
like
waiting for it to upload,
and like copyrights, like obviously like it's just like Instagram and like making those small videos are so quick, so fun. But YouTube, you really have to sit there and make sure the clip, the transition, the song matches, which is like obviously this year I want to take it even more serious. But yeah, like YouTube is difficult.
In what way do you mean more serious when you say that?
Like post more frequently because I promised them like once a week, but I'm like doing like maybe once a month.
You're getting there though, okay? Yeah, it's baby steps. And so would TikTok be your most favorite platform that you use so far? And
Instagram.
Okay. Because you can connect with people or
it's just easier to post. I can connect. It's not that serious. It's fun. And also it's just like you can find anybody on there very quickly.
Oh my God, yeah.
And it's
a Google.
Yeah, it is.
Like when I came here, I even looked up on TikTok and I was like, okay, where should I go for dinner? And you know, they'll give you like the everything. Yeah. The best. Goals for 2025 for work-based.
Just keep my money up and work with more brands and take things to like more of like a upscale level than what it was last year. So that's my only goal.
And when you say upscale, like luxury,
like very much so like maybe attend like maybe Paris, Milan Fashion Week, and like, you know, be on the cover because I don't know if you see like if you know who Tony Bravo is or like a few other girls who shot with Selena Gomez.
Oh yes.
They like are in their campaigns and stuff like that. I want to be that for the male creator world.
Yes.
So like I think that will be my goal this year.
I can see it. Hopefully. I think big things, and it's only like we're still in January.
Literally.
Why does it feel like it's been like 6 months?
This year, this quarter goes by so slow. It's a slow month. It's a slow year.
I was traveling because I told you like I went to New York and then I came here for basically like work, podcasts and stuff. And it goes by fast, but like New York and Miami are probably the most two draining places you'll ever go because you're out about doing things.
Oh my God. This past 3 weeks, I haven't been home.
Oh, really?
I haven't been home.
What have you been doing? Events?
Like, events, everybody, like creators has been flown to Miami and there's so many things happening.
Yeah.
Go home, change, and like club, dinner parties, friend party, brand dinner, all this and that. I just haven't sat down and really enjoyed my time. That's why I'm taking a trip very soon because I need to just enjoy.
Where are you going?
Paris, London, and then Brazil.
Oh my God, that's a dream.
Yeah, it's a dream.
And you're going to be doing content and everything there too?
Of course.
Yeah. You never really get a day. Like even when you vacation or take time off for Christmas, whatever.
Content is hard. Like it's a hard thing. Every single day you're thinking about what's next, what's the post, how can I go viral, how can I entertain my audience,
checking up, comments back.
Yeah. Right, exactly. Check DMs because most brands DM you now or it's an email. It's a lot.
And do you go live and stuff?
No, I don't go live.
You don't go live?
No, I'm not really.
I don't love it, but I do it once a week now.
I feel like I would want to do it, but I just like haven't really like pressed it just to do it. Yeah.
You should because you get a lot of followers off that.
Oh my God, maybe that's it.
Because I think TikTok wants you to use it, so they push you. Like they push your live and like put it onto everyone's page. Okay, now let's get into a fun part. Obviously, you've seen that I talk a lot about dating on.
Oh, that's the part I was waiting for, guys.
That was the part you were waiting
that's the
for?
part I was waiting
This
for.
is the fun part. I love it. I mean, I've been single for way too long. Like,
oh my
2
God,
years.
how long?
2 years? A little over 2 years.
¿Por qué?
I think I've had situationships, but nobody's ever been.
It.
Yes. I don't want to say good enough. They're good enough in their own way, but they're not perfect for me.
What's perfect for you? Like, what's your Build-A-Bear man?
Build-A-Bear man. Oh, this is a fun question. Build-A-Bear man would be older than me. I normally go for like 5 or 6 years older.
Attractive.
Max 10 because
That's the limit.
Yeah, that's the limit.
I agree. That's the limit.
But so I'm 24, so 34 would be the highest. Maybe
I agree.
Like,
I would say 35.
well, because men age and mature slower than females.
Like fine wine.
Like fine wine too,
wine.
yes. But it's like I couldn't go for someone my age. They would just not be. They don't get it yet.
They don't get it, but also they're not established and they're not mature. Like 20-year-olds are still figuring out themselves. And also it's hard to find someone that's like your same age in the mid-20s that really got their stuff together.
Yeah.
Car, that's a gentleman that has their own apartment, pays their own rent, that takes you out, that's intentional, that is just a man.
Driven.
We are lacking men in society.
We
like
are lacking
men.
men.
Like they all just want to be like females, which is not me, guys, but I'm just saying.
You're like, don't put me in that category.
Don't put me in that category. No, like we're seriously liking men out there, like just regular men.
Yeah. So I would say 28 or 29 because I would want them to be like 30 when I get married to them.
Okay.
No kids.
Fair.
No divorces.
Fair.
I want them to have siblings.
Okay, girl, you're asking for too much now.
I know.
You're asking for too
have
much.
Sisters.
Okay,
too much.
you
need to have sisters. Or I'll say like don't get like females unless they have like girlfriends.
They don't have the feminine side to them, like the very caring, compassionate, emotional. But their mother, if they don't have sisters, their mother, if they're very close to their mom, but there's a fine line. Are you close to your mom or are you a mama's boy?
Boy.
Yeah.
And I don't want that. Put that on the opposite side of what I need. And then just someone that's driven and has their life together. I
agree. But the thing is, mature men, they age like fine wine. They are put together. They have their stuff. But they're also looking for girls that are way younger. And they're also just looking for fun. Because they, at this point, just don't care.
Yeah. And once they get to a certain age, it's like, okay, so you're 34. Not that it's a bad thing to be single at 34, but why are you single at 34?
Why aren't you married?
Why haven't you had, kids and a wife yet?
100%.
So it's like,
is there a few red flags about you that I should know about? But it's just like, you just never know until you just get to know them.
No. So what are you looking for? What would be your Build-A-Bear type?
Okay, that's a good question. My Build-A-Bear type would be like someone 5'10" and up.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 5'10" and up.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 feet.
Okay.
Yeah, I love someone 5'10" and up. Gentleman.
Yeah.
Kind. Soft. A soft man that's very kind and just like gets it. Someone that is caring. Someone that has money. Like I feel like money is a big part when it comes to dating someone.
Absolutely.
Someone that has money, has a nice car, has a good background, and is also very subtle in how he acts. I don't like guys that are loud.
Wait, okay, yeah.
Like just be calm.
You don't need the loudest in the room.
Like I like a mysterious guy. Let me think about you, like, and act like you're not into me, because like I want to be like, damn, why isn't he into me?
Yeah, I want more from you. I want to get out more from you.
Exactly.
I love that. So how long have you been single?
I've been single for like a year now. I broke up with my ex, last year around.
How long was the relationship, if you don't mind me
asking?
asking?
A year and maybe 3 or 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, every time it goes past a year, I'm like, okay, it was a legit.
Yeah, it was a legit relationship. Yeah.
Were you living together or was it?
We were living together, and then he got a job offer and then moved to a different part of town. So we were like a few hours away. But I think that also put a strain in the relationship.
For sure.
And like also like my career as a full-time content creator really put a strain in the relationship as well too. Because like a lot of men on social media do fancy me.
Yeah.
But however, it's sort of like he wasn't confident. And
I mean, you're attractive. You have a lot going for you. You're like out and about all the time with all these events. You're now classified as someone that a lot of people might know when you're walking down the street. It's like, it's hard if they're not confident in themselves.
It is. It really is hard. And like, I'm sure you get it as well too. Like you're a very attractive girl and like guys will, ask for your number. They're in your DMs. But also if you're confident and if I'm with you, there's a reason why. Just believe in me, I'll believe in you. If I don't want to be with you, I'll just break up with you. Like, sir, there's like billions of guys out there. I'm not pressed.
I don't need
I don't
you.
I don't
Okay,
need
I want you.
Thank you. I want you.
I said that to a guy I was talking to recently. I was like, he's like, not okay with the social media stuff. He not okay, but just kind of like off-putting. Like he would have rathered me not do it. And I said, listen, like that is my life now.
That's my job.
That's my job. So if like you're even a little bit uncomfortable with it, the door's over there because.
And they will be, and especially like he was like TMI, but he was like, I don't want you to make more money than me, which he made a lot of money. He had a beautiful job, but he was like, I personally don't like guys who make more money than me because I want to be the provider, which I like a provider. I get it, but I can't control because the content creation world, you make a lot of money and I can't control it.
And why would you ever want to like try to not get bigger and make less money?
Thank you, because like we all could live in a big house together, drive nice car. But I think it's just his ego, because if I made that much money, I don't need him to provide.
No.
I could do things by myself, which like it was getting to a point where like I was surpassing him, and he was very insecure. Yeah. Very insecure.
So I think it goes without saying, like, you need to be confident to date someone, especially like, like I'm sure, every single time I think of Beyonce and like Jay-Z, I just think of how he cheated on her.
Crazy.
But in that caliber of like celebrities and things, you need to be confident, or else like times us by jillion people, they're getting the same thing, and it's not easy to date someone that puts themselves out there on social media.
But I'm sure it's not easy, especially if you're a girl making more money than a straight man. Like that will hurt his ego. Like a lot of girls don't realize that hurts a man's ego.
Yeah.
Because like they don't want you to make more money than them, because now they're not a man. Like you provide, you control the money in a way. And it's sort of like, damn, like if I can't provide, if I can't be dom, if I can't do this, then like what's the point of us being together? Which is fair. I get it from a male perspective. I get it.
I understand.
Yes.
But it's like, why? Like I just don't get it physically in my own head of of.
Okay, say for instance, you make like $1 million a year, right? And your husband makes like, $300K a year. Now, are you guys doing joint bank account? But like what percentage of money are you allowing him to take out of your pocket? Yeah. So you got to think about it in that aspect. Like, hey,
oh my
babe,
God,
so imagine me like dating you, right? I'm straight, you're my girlfriend. I'm like, hey babe, like I love this watch. Can I borrow like $20K to get my new Rolex? And then you could be like, babe, no, it's not the right time for now. And then he's like, damn, like, fuck.
True.
But like, imagine you asking me as a man, hey, babe, I love this Van Cleef. Okay, cool. How much? $6K. Here you go. Or like, hey, daddy, can I borrow some money? Yeah.
Okay, I get it now.
Or like,
in
hey,
a way
babe,
that you put
it's
it.
not the right time right now, but I promise I'll get it for you. Okay, cool, babe. Kiss. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think not like I would have never thought about it in that way if you didn't just give me a scenario that I could have put my feet in.
That's what I'm saying. So I get it when it comes to the straight male side. Like I do get it. I do.
But yeah, I mean, I guess you have to be just a confident person to be able to put yourself in a position that's not normal.
Right.
Like that is not as seen from previous decades and years and everything. Yeah. But I hope you're making $1 million a year. Like, I hope I'm doing fucking great.
I hope so too, and I hope your future husband does.
Yeah, I hope he makes double.
Right, right.
I'm like, please,
seriously,
just in case I want to drop all the shit.
Like all the rich men, especially if you're Arab.
Yeah,
or African.
So, have you dated? Was this in Miami? Right, this wasn't a guy that
this
you were
was
seeing
in
New York. Okay.
Yeah.
So, how was dating in Miami?
Oh my God. I want to talk about dating in Miami and dating in New York. Like
I need the differences because I've dated in New York and we can talk about those horror stories.
I also want to know what it's like for Toronto. But dating in Miami, it's not for the weak.
Yep.
Like, especially if you're gay, especially if you're a female, it's not for the weak. In Miami, everybody looks good.
True.
When it comes to the guys, when it comes to the women, I can honestly say everybody looks good in Miami. Bodies on 10, faces on 10. So it's sort of like everybody in Miami, it's like, okay, I can do you, the next day I do her.
Yeah.
I can do her, the next day I do her. So it's sort of like you have so many options. It's sort of like a kid that goes in a candy shop that's like, I don't know what to do. Like I see Starburst, I see Skittles, I see this, and I'm going to get it all.
So it's like people don't want to settle down for just one?
No, they want to settle down with all. Like everybody has a roster in Miami. Everybody's tasting each other in Miami. Like nobody in Miami has like exclusivity.
Interesting.
Nobody in Miami. And it's hard to find someone that's very demure in Miami and that carries themselves such an elegant way.
Yeah.
It's hard.
And do you think that's mostly for the men? Like, are women looking for to settle down?
No, like women in Miami, I can honestly say, are looking for. They don't care how the man looks. It's all about money.
Money.
Like you could be 6 years old, you could be 18 years old, you could be 24 years old, ugly, black, white, whatever. Do you have the money, sir? And like, fair, I get it. Like, I get it. Like these girls in Miami, I get it. Like, and
they want the things on that they want. They want the money in the pocket. They want to wear that nice bag. They want to get everything.
They want that Van Cleef. They want that Rolex. They want that Birkin. They want that Dior.
Yeah.
I get it. When I say I get it, I get it.
No, I want that.
I want that too.
But it's like, at what cost?
At what cost? And when do you have self-respect for yourself as a woman? You see what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Like, you don't need to be taken advantage of. And what if they said, okay, I'll only get you that Van Cleef or they just took it all away tomorrow?
Right.
You know, like that's
if you
the
do
scary
this,
part.
if you do that, like it's just like, okay, like at what cost do you be like, okay, bro, I have self-respect for myself. Like I'm good. I don't need to lower my standard or lower my dignity for you. And a lot of the girls in Miami, they don't realize how beautiful they are, lowering their standard. And they have the power, but they don't realize they have the power.
Yeah.
Like you can control a man. A man likes to be controlled.
Oh, really?
A man likes to be controlled.
Why?
Yeah.
Explain that.
Like in private, yes. In public, no.
Yeah.
So you need to know the difference.
I agree.
Like they want to seem like the dom when they're out with their friends, when they're with their family, but in private, they're like little kid, like you're tugging around.
They're a little teddy bear.
Yeah, they're a little teddy bear, and they're soft, they're sweet. If you tell them get on the floor, they'll get on the floor. I promise you, like if you tell a man in private get on the floor, they will get on the floor.
Yes.
Without a doubt.
Or like it's like the whole kind of like I'm envisioning, you know, like the baby talk that guys do when they go home and like whatever. But then it's like you would never be caught dead saying that in front of your friend, like ever, ever, ever. But literally. I think that's just things that we don't even talk about, which is hilarious.
Hilarious, yeah.
No, I love that because so men like to be controlled in like private spaces, whatever, at home with their significant other, but not in public. Period. End of story. Like there's no better way to even say that.
Like, I swear to God, like, all of the girls and the gays can agree with me.
I wish I could have known that sooner.
I'm telling you, test it out with your partner if you have one, or like your situationship.
One of the people on the roster.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Especially when you get them at a vulnerable state.
Yes.
Oh, you can get the world on the palm of your hand.
Anything.
If you get them at a vulnerable state, especially doing sex.
Yeah.
Like, doing sex.
Or when they want something.
When they want something, they're like so... Anything. They bend over backwards.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, babe, whatever you say. And they would actually do it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is like my whole brain is like, whoa, something just clicked.
It clicked, yeah.
And now I'm thinking of, okay, the people that I'm talking to, how do I use this for my advantage?
I'm telling you.
Which I mean is bad, but everyone's got to do it.
Everyone got to do what they got to do.
Everyone's going to do it.
For me, I have requirements when I date a guy. Like, hey,
what are your requirements?
You're a gentleman. A, you're a provider. B, you get me what I want and what I need. And I like roses, so I expect a rose once a month. I expect jewelry once a month, and I expect some type of spontaneous gift once a month. It doesn't matter.
I love that.
I require that. Like my last ex, once a month, even while he was on vacation, business trip, there was a rose at my front door.
I love that. Yeah. And it's like, that's not even just you asking for a lot. That's your boundaries.
That's my boundaries. Yeah. But also sometimes you have to train a man because they don't know that because like they're not used to a high quality woman or a high quality man. Mm-hmm. So you have to train them. And also, how would someone know your like love language if you don't tell them, if you don't say something?
People are afraid, I think, nowadays to even express themselves and what they want because they think that they're asking for too much or they think that they don't deserve it.
Right.
Whereas it's like, no, like you will never be 100% happy in a relationship if you don't lay out what you need.
Exactly. And if he doesn't give it to you, I promise you the next person will. It's not that hard. Like dating, like if you're only dating in your pool. Like I'm only dating Miami, but when I travel outside the country or even in New York City, the world opens up to me.
Okay.
Like it's like night and day.
And if we were to now put it on to New York dating, what are the differences? Talk to me about that.
Have you seen the guys in New York City, in Tribeca, in Soho?
They're attractive.
Oh my God.
They're
I have never
stunning,
seen such an attractive white man in my life.
but I've never seen such a rude white man in my life.
Fair. But it's just like, damn, you're so attractive. I let it pass. Like,
You give them a little bit more.
you give them a little bit more freedom, but obviously, like, you have your boundaries. But dating in New York City, it's fun, it's cute, it's aesthetic. But also, dating in New York City, it's a little bit more diverse and unique. Where in Miami, you're dating only Latinos.
It's true.
You're only dating Latinos.
I agree with that. And I mean, you can have whatever you want. It just depends on what city, what like part of the city you're even in. Are you in Soho? Are you going to NoHo? Are you going to West Village?
Are you in Brooklyn?
You can find
different men. Like if you're in Brooklyn, you may find like a couple blacks, a couple whites. If you're in like maybe the Bronx, you find all the Latinos, all the Spanish. But if you're in Soho, Tribeca, Chelsea, or even FIDI, like Financial District,
you're seeing all guys in suits coming out of work. Yeah.
Right. So New York City gives you a little bit of everything. Where in terms of Miami, it's only straight up Latino.
I guess, yeah, but like attractive Latinos.
They're attractive but short. They're attractive but short.
And the men in New York are very
tall. Yes. Yes.
And I'm like, you just went from an 8 to a 10 when you stood up.
Literally.
Like,
and that's what I love about New York City, because you have the diverse and you have guys who are actually gentlemen and guys who are tall. In Miami, they're beautiful Latino men, but they're just so short.
Yeah.
Like, what am I going to do with you, sir?
Yeah. And it's like, you want to be taken care of, and how am you just can't vision it.
I can't vision
you know what I mean?
dating someone that's like 5'7", 5'8". Like, sir, like, what are we doing?
It's tough.
It's tough. Like,
so would you ever date someone shorter than you?
I mean, 5'10" is like my like limit.
Cap.
Cap. I just can't do someone like lower than that, because it just feels like odd.
And you said you're 6 feet?
Yeah, I'm 6 feet.
6 feet? I'm 5'9.5", 5'9", but I probably wouldn't do under 6'2", because I want to feel small.
But do you honestly find that tall men around, like in Toronto and just anywhere?
My first relationship was 6'6", 6'7". God
damn.
But I went for athletes for a really long time.
That is tall. Like, that's like, whoa.
That's like, whoa. But it felt amazing, because I was just this little thing. When normally I'm like the tallest girl, you know?
I'm sure it felt.
So it was incredible. Loved it. But then I had my like phase of athletes, went for basketball. So of course, all of them were tall. Went for football players.
Oh, they're giant.
They're giant.
And their feet are huge.
Like, just everything is big, okay? Everything is big. Without saying anything, you get the joke.
I plead the fifth.
Yeah. So that's just a whole different
ball game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was great and it's fun, but like, you realize that if the athlete is to a certain caliber and they're on the starting lineup, you're never going to be the only one that they're dealing with.
You're never going to be the only one. And it's just like, you have to be mindful of like the type of guys you date in different like aesthetic and different career. Like for me, like a basketball player would never be my type. I'm more of like a finance guy. I like finance, doctors, lawyer, entrepreneurs. You have to be empowered. I think that attracts me a lot, because like my last ex, he was like someone that like, he sold two of his businesses. He's an accountant. He has like a few other projects going for himself. He knew everybody in Miami.
How old was he?
He was 27.
Oh, so he was young.
Yeah, he was young, but like,
I thought you were gonna say he was like a lot older.
No, but it's just like he was mature. He has 2 houses already. He already has his businesses. He's an accountant, and he has everything going for himself. Amazing. Yeah, he was mature, and he was ready for me to move in his house. I just wasn't ready. Yeah. Yeah.
And other things that probably, of course, like the issues with sometimes them not being confident in themselves to be not competing, but kind of in a way of like money-wise for the relationship. But yes, they're more attractive. New York men are animals.
Wait, what sense?
They don't want to settle down. They make so much money that they think that they can have whatever they want, and they don't have to treat their significant other that great, because they are sitting on this pedestal that they put, or that we kind of all put for them. Because it's like, oh no, that's so attractive that you're doing A, B, and C. And a lot of the times when people are living in New York, they come from a wealthy family as well to be able to even get there. And I think that a lot of girls were so desperate to find like significant other and like to have someone take care of them and not want to work, that they were just throwing themselves at men, that men were getting so many, you know,
Bachelors.
so much attention and so much that they didn't even have to try. So it's like the rose that you were asking for once a month, they don't give a shit. They're not doing that. You wanted this, that, and the other thing. They don't even care. It's them. And then if you fit into their schedule, then they'll date you. If it works for them.
Yeah. But also, it depends on the stage that they're at as well, too. Like,
yeah.
Like, age plays a whole role. And also, what stage are you at? Are you a fuckboy or are you looking to get married?
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of straight guys in Miami that are my friends. Like, I think they're approaching, like, 30s.
Okay.
So like I think now they're more like, okay, like I really want a wife and kids. I really want to settle down because I think they know like, okay, you're not the young bachelor that you were anymore.
Yeah. But I mean, it's good that they're realizing that. But I feel like it's getting later in life for men to realize that, yeah. Or want to settle down. Mm-hmm. But that's okay. It's fine. Okay. Do your thing.
Wait, so like we talked about Miami, we talked about dating in New York, but what's Toronto?
Toronto is a mini New York. Okay. Like
I've heard that so many times.
It truly is. But like when you say mini, like I genuinely mean like 10 times smaller. Like if you just take, let's say, West Village, that's where downtown Toronto is. There's a few different spots for like different kind of types of people that you can find. But realistically, there's only about 3. And
but the men are attractive.
Yes. And in the summers, like come in the summer to Toronto and you will have the best time of your life. It's so great. It's not as humid as New York, but it's still just as hot. We have a bunch of fun spots. There's not enough to be able to, you know, go for dinner every day of the year like Toronto. I mean, like New York, but it's just as fun. But then once you've done everything, you are always running into the same people. Like, you know, when you want to kind of get out of that, you can go to a different area of town in New York and maybe even here because everything's...
So it's sort of like you have to be mindful of like, okay, if I date him...
I can't date his friends.
I can't date his friends, which like sucks. Like, honestly, before I date you, I need to see your brother, your cousin, your dad, and your friends.
Your best friends, yeah.
Because like you think you have the attractive one, but when you see their friend group, oh my God. Like, I had the most ugliest one.
Yeah.
So it's sort of like...
It's like, oh, that's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate. Like, now I have to pretend, and now I'm talking to your friend, and I'm just like, fuck, I just want to date him.
I'm looking at him a little bit more than looking at you.
So I need to see your father, too, and your cousin, your brothers. I need to see it all.
Hide them all.
Literally.
Because we're really having a quick burn relationship, if that's the case.
Literally, because, like, we have this friend group, and this one girl, she's dating this, like, guy, and when we met his like, other friends, I looked at her, I'm like, well, I'm sorry for you, babe. And like we understood
that's the shittiest feeling.
It is, and we understood each other. I'm like, whoa, I'm sorry for you, because when his friend came,
really,
oh my God,
like a dramatic difference.
Night and day.
Oh,
his friends were so attractive and taller. They were attractive and taller, and money was there too. And I was like, whoa. I was like, I feel you, but at this point, you got yourself in this situation.
So she lost.
You lost. So
this is a huge loss.
Huge loss.
I don't even know if she's gonna come back from it.
She has to either stay with him, break up, or like wait a few years to like DM the friends. Yeah, wait a few years.
Or just like maybe catch him doing something sneaky, and then everyone will feel bad for her. And then she'll be able to be like, oh,
but you still cannot go. Yeah, but you still cannot go to the friend. That's like,
you're a homie hopper. Have any
you're
legacy.
A homie hopper.
Yeah, but then if it's like, well, you made me do it.
But like,
I would have never gone for your friend if you didn't cheat on me.
That's your excuse?
You know what I mean? That's your excuse. I'm like, maybe throw some girls at him and see
that's your excuse.
He bites. But no, but Toronto, like, style and stuff, not there.
Yeah, okay.
Not there at all, by any means. We have really attractive girls. Guys are attractive, but style is just...
not there.
They don't get it. So it's like you're dressing your boyfriend or he has no style.
All the straight men, you have to dress.
True.
Like, you have to take that.
But some people, like in New York, people seem to get
it. In New York. It seems like the straight men do get it in New York.
Yeah.
I agree.
So what's the problem with everywhere else?
Especially in Europe, too, they get it.
Yeah.
But I think it's just like, I don't know, if you date, do you like country guys? I could see like a nice country, like...
Really?
Like, if you wanted a softer lifestyle. If you wanted a very softer...
I don't want soft.
You want like passion, you want crazies.
Yeah.
You want yaz.
Yeah.
Okay. Then a country boy would never be for you.
No, he would hate his life.
I feel like you would be good if you want that lifestyle. A yaz, like an Arabic man.
Okay.
Like, have you ever dated an Arabic man?
Not Arabic. I've had a few like best friends that were Arabic, but no dating.
You should date one.
Okay.
It's a life changer.
Why?
they're just so passionate, crazy. They're gentlemen, but they're jealous and they give a lot. They give and give a lot. It's like you don't have to ask, but they give.
Okay, so compare that to like a Jewish man because I feel like they're very similar too.
I mean, yeah, Jewish men is like that, but like they're a bit softer.
Okay.
The love is softer, the love is calm, and it's beautiful, but it's not as crazy, passionate, and raw as like fiery as like an Arabic or a black man. Latinos are so soft as well. They're so cute. They're passionate. The Latin men are so passionate. They're tender. They're all about love.
Lovey-dovey.
Lovey-dovey. They're all about love, which is cute. It's cute at times. And then you have what other races are out there? You have like Asian men or Indian men that are very like in between. It just depends on who you get, but they're more softer too. I feel like
definitely more softer and like soft spoken.
Soft spoken,
I think.
I feel like the rush, like if you want adrenaline, if you want passionate, if you want crazy, it's Arab and black.
So where would you find? Let's talk about like dating in real life here. So like, we'll talk about Miami because we're here now. But if you wanted to find places that are for like very wealthy men, where would you go?
Oh, wow, that's a good question. Like in Miami?
Yeah. Like a bar or restaurant. Could even be like a hotel bar. Where would you go?
The Standard.
Okay.
In Miami. Soho, but
I went to the Soho. It was fine.
Yeah, it's fine. Like you just never know who.
Yeah.
You just never know until you have a conversation.
Okay.
But Soho's like, and then you can go to Faina.
Where's Faina?
It's in South Beach.
Okay.
The Faina Lounge, beautiful men, beautiful aesthetic. The men, yes. And you can also go to this place called, it's a members only Chateau Zizi.
Okay. I've heard of that.
Yes, it's a restaurant, but they also have like a members club as well too.
Okay.
Private. They won't even let you up unless you're a member.
Okay.
But I've been there once and I'm like, oh yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
Like I get it now.
Right. And then if you go to Mila, like the Mila Lounge, and Mila also has a membership too. But
really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, like it's like right next to the lounge where you party. So it's just like it's on the left and then the party side's on the right. So downstairs, though. It's downstairs.
Okay, yeah.
So the upstairs
I was downstairs.
Yes. So it's just like the door right there.
Like where the bar is?
No.
Like where that
No. It's literally right when you walk down the stairs, and then the lounge is like for everyday folks. It's just like on the right, and then right there it's the members only.
Gotcha.
But they cover it up with a curtain.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
That's kind of nice. It's like exclusive.
It is. Exactly.
And if you were just looking for a good time but still cute guys, maybe like a bar, where would you go? But like not too expensive. Like guys maybe a bit younger in their 20s.
Everybody goes to Moxie's in Brickell.
Okay.
Which like I don't really fancy it, but like there are good potential guys that are like they're doing okay for themselves. They live in Brickell. They go there. So it's Moxie's, 1K Raw, and Sugar and Tea Room.
Okay.
Those are all in Brickell.
Okay. Everyone says Brickell. Like a lot of people that we met, like guys that we met here while we were here, me and my friend, she is single too, and all of them said that they were from Brickell.
Everybody want to say they're from Brickell, but are they really from Brickell? It's just like some live in downtown, but they say Brickell because it's like easier. It's a 5-minute walk. But yeah, Brickell's really small. Like if you've been there, right?
Yes.
It's a small walking thingy. Like you walk 4 blocks, you're done. So Brickell's really small.
Everywhere kind of is small, I think, here.
Yeah, in Miami. Like Edgewater is really small. Wynwood is really small. Midtown is really, really small. Overtown is really small. Brickell's really small. It's just a small place. But when I tell you, if you want to meet quality guys that are your type and wealthy, go to Coconut Grove.
Okay, wait. I heard that too, but I've never been.
Oh my God.
What's kind of like the vibe?
Oh, it's like, you ever been to Mexico City?
Yeah.
It's like you're in Condesa. It's like you're in Mexico City. It's so aesthetic. It's so chic. The amount of beautiful cars that are going around. You walk around, grab a coffee. There's nice bars and restaurant. Okay. Coconut Grove is where it really is at. The Grove, wow.
Okay. And would that be like a Raya in real life?
Yes.
Yeah.
What's Raya like?
I don't use dating apps.
Really?
But like all my friends do. So like
I feel like you would thrive on Hinge.
I think I had Hinge one time because I was like in the midst of creating a dating app with some like tech people. Yeah. And then an app came out and it was like very similar. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not going to do that anymore. But I downloaded Hinge and something Perfect Match. Is that it?
Perfect Match, yeah.
Something. And was kind of like going through. But like you almost feel like you're not really talking to real people because it's it's like social media on steroids. It's like all the questions that you have to talk about when you're dating someone, you know?
But the thing is, like, I tell the girls, if you're on Hinge, like, think about Hinge as a networking, not a dating app. Like, forget it's dating, like you're trying to impress. Think of it as a networking app because you can make friends off it.
Yeah, it's
or
true.
You can make connection. Or you can even get a job off of it. It just depends like who you're talking because most of the time they tell you what they do for work.
Yeah.
So you can kind of base it like, oh,
and where exactly they're living.
Like where exactly, what area they're living. And it's also like, oh, I've seen you on Hinge. How are you? And it's just like, I feel like Hinge is more quality and you can actually have a conversation. The prompts help, the pictures help. So like, I like Hinge.
Is that a dating app that you use most?
Yes, that's the one that I'm currently on right now.
Okay.
So it's cute. I like it.
Like if you want to find me, keep swiping on Hinge.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll show up.
I mean, I'm only there for like maybe a few months and I delete it for a few more months.
Are you picky though, like on Hinge?
Very picky. Yeah. Like I'm very, like height, career. Obviously, like looks matter when you date somebody.
But of course, you can't date someone if you're not attracted to them.
Right, looks matters.
Like they do.
Like I'm so sorry, but looks matter.
No, like don't tell me that you don't care.
I'm not superficial or anything, but looks matter. Like it's just like I want to be daydreaming about you.
Yeah.
I want to look at you when we're in bed, and I just want you so bad.
Yes.
And I want you like while you're across the room right now. I'm like, wow.
You're too far.
You're too far. Yeah. Like I just want to kiss you. I just want to grab you. I just
rip the clothes off.
Right. Exactly. Even for girls, so I'm like I'm gay. I'm like, wow, she's very attractive. And like I look at girls all the time.
Yeah.
And they think like I'm honestly straight. So I'm just like, oh, babe, no. Like I'm just you're beautiful.
You're
and I'm looking
beautiful.
at you, but like
not into you.
I'm not into you. Your boyfriend might be.
Not me. Thank you very much. Yeah. Okay. So I asked this question to a bunch of my guests because I put it on my story for on my personal page about like worst date stories because I was talking about it on one of my podcasts. And I put a few in my notes, and I named it Date or Ditch.
Date or Ditch. Okay, that's a cute.
So yeah, so I'm gonna tell you two of like the write-ins. I picked like the most kind of craziest ones.
Right.
And this is the fifth one we're doing so far because I did two with the other guests. So you have to tell me date or ditch, why or why not for those reasons.
Got it.
I labeled this one as the wrong ride disaster.
Okay.
And I haven't even really read these yet because I read them like a week ago.
Okay,
so this will be first reaction for both of us. Sarah, I matched with this guy who seems super cool. So I let him pick me up for our first date. I get in his car and he's acting weirdly distracted. A few minutes later, we pull into... Oh no, I already said this one. Okay, sorry. Cue to my next one. The dog mom drama. So I went on a date with a guy who brought his dog. Cool, right? Wrong. He insisted the dog sit at the table with us and even ordered it a steak. I thought it was a one-time thing until he halfway through the date said, if we're going to be together... Sorry, I just clicked something. If we're going to be together, you'll need to be okay with her sleeping in the bed. And by bed, I mean the middle of the bed. I laughed, but he was dead serious. That was my cue to leave.
That's my cue to fly back home and kill myself.
That's my cue to be like, what in the fuck? Like, no, sometimes it makes me like actually be like, give me the man.
First of all,
give me his number because I need to talk to him.
Right, that's a huge ick. Like, what are you doing sleep in the bed with you? And especially like, I'm your wife, I'm your girlfriend, I'm your potential lover.
This is someone that he's pursuing.
Right, like I'm your potential lover.
You think that's gonna like intrigue me?
And I feel like it was a red flag when the dog sat on a chair.
Weird.
And also like, I get it, the dog needs to eat. But
is
like,
this a reality TV show?
Right. It's just like, first of all, that's a huge red flag.
So
no, sorry.
Let's reenact this.
Okay.
If the dog, he like brought it up to the table and it was on a physical human seat.
Yeah.
Would that be your cue to leave? Or like at what point would you have been like...
It depends because I feel like if it's a smaller dog, sure, like, you know, do whatever you need to do. Or like, if the dog's sitting on the chair, that's fine. I'm not going to make a huge red flag about it.
That? Okay.
But if now you tell me like the dog has to sleep in bed with us, oh, that's my cue to live. Like that.
What would you say?
I would say, unfortunately, that's just like unsanitary, unsafe, and like that's a huge red flag for me. If that's also non-negotiable for you, it's okay. We can end the date.
Unfortunately, that's an ick.
Or simply walk away.
I honestly, like, if the dog was sitting there at the dinner table, I don't know what I think I would have to be like.
No.
This was great.
But it's tough to say that out loud.
I know it is.
Face to face. So I think you would have to play like you're cool with it and just never respond.
Yeah.
That's the best case.
Like when you leave, you just ghost.
You just ghost.
Would you rather ghost or get ghosted?
I'd rather ghost.
You'd rather ghost?
Yeah, I'd rather
True,
ghost.
me too.
Because, like, why are you ghosting me, sir?
No.
Like, do you not see this material?
No, literally. I have so
on.
much going for myself. Why you would ghost? You missed out on an opportunity for you.
Right,
Okay.
exactly. So ditch.
So ditch. I'm glad we can agree on that. Okay. Next one is the bathroom ghoster.
Oh.
I met this guy at a nice restaurant at our first date, and it was going great. He was funny, charming, the whole package. But after our appetizers, he said he had to use the bathroom. He never came back. I sat there for 45 minutes before realizing he'd ghosted me mid-date. When I checked my phone, he had blocked me on the app too. To this day, I wonder what I said or did to make him bail so dramatically. No, poor girl.
I mean, that's very sad, but also 45 minutes waiting that long?
Yeah, I don't know if
Like, I'm sorry, babe, 10 minutes? What are you doing?
Yeah.
But also, like, what did she say to make him, like, ditch?
I think this is time for some self-reflection.
Yeah, like, what did you say?
And talk it through with a friend and maybe be like...
But also, that would hurt my ego, too. I'm not
That would
gonna lie.
kill
Like,
my ego.
We're all human beings.
Yeah.
And the fact that you ghosted me like that, and plus you blocked me, like, I'll be like, damn.
No, I was even like, I gave you two options, and the options being, would you have said that you need to leave?
Right.
Or would you have gone through the date? And you were saying how it's hard to say that you need to get up and leave.
Yeah.
We didn't even give the option of fake leaving and jumping out the washroom window.
And but also the bill's not paid, so she's left paying the bill. Like, honestly, I wouldn't pay the bill. I would just say, you guys have security cam, find this man's face and have him pay the bill.
Yeah.
Send him the bill.
Yeah.
And that would be my fuck you back.
No, I'd be like, I know his name. He blocked me, but he didn't block you. You can go find him.
This is why before you go on a first date, girls, listen up. Before you go on a first date with a guy, screenshot their profile.
True.
Screenshot every picture. And if you could find them on IG, screenshot their IG, but never share yours though. But screenshot their IG and save it.
Yeah.
Save it for next time. Because like, what if he does block you? In this case, she also has a way to get back at him. Also a way to like fuck him up.
Yeah.
That's what I always do.
What the fuck?
100%.
Wow. She can't even ditch. She was ditched.
She was ditched. And I hope she never reveals her face because that's embarrassing.
No.
Yeah, that's very embarrassing.
No, we are taking that to the grave.
Yeah, babe.
I don't even know who she is, but she's taking it to the grave.
Take it to the grave.
Okay. Last things, it's a rapid questions, and this is where you can plug in a few things that people might, maybe it's cosmetic or whatever, something that you use.
Okay.
Some of these we might have gone because I said biggest brand deal and we've kind of gone through that, but we'll start with another one. Favorite date night spot in Miami and New York?
Favorite date night spot in Miami would be the Standard at Lilo.
Okay.
Or it would either be Shimba in Midtown.
Okay. Shamba.
Yeah.
Shimba. What kind of food is that?
It's like American Latin cuisine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather... Oh, no, I already said that. Dream collaboration. Something that you want, like, this year, I want to collaborate with them. This would, like, make your year.
That's a tough question. Wow. It's never going to happen, obviously.
Say it.
But I would love to work with Scaparelli.
Okay.
As well as it may seem like I don't think they make guy clothes, but it's just like...
that would be amazing.
I just want them to make something for the guys.
And it would be good for you too to even like partner with them and give them some like ideas and things that they can do.
The creative director Daniel, he is just a fantastic mind. He creates, and they just did like the 2025 fashion, show.
Yep.
My God, the pieces are insane. But I just want him to.
They're very innovative too.
They're very innovative in how they incorporate the gold into everything. But I just wanted them to do something for the guys because a lot of the time, guys are lacking clothes. Guys are lacking like a few things where like you girls have so much. Like I love it. Like you guys have fast.
We almost
fast
have
fashion.
too much now.
Too much. You guys have Mango. You guys have Fashion Nova. Pretty Little Thing. Like House of CB or something like that.
Yeah.
You guys have so much. Or like what's the other one? Revolve.
You
guys have so much where the guys. It's just like I get it. It's not a mass market where like a lot of guys buy. But like we need more.
Yeah.
We need more because like the only place we rely on or like. Maybe like Lana Piano, but that's if you really have money.
Yeah, but that's like also I think a lot of these brands probably don't even know how they need to work with someone that gets it, that can share their side of the vision and visions collide.
Vision it exactly. Like there's a huge market.
I agree. Okay, what's the most What's most important in order? Looks, personality, money.
Looks, personality, then money.
Looks, personality, money. Yeah.
What about you?
Looks for sure is first, and then personality and money go hand in. Like, I'm not going to date someone that's
hand
poor.
in hand. Yeah, it goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
It's like 50-50.
Yeah. Favorite date night skincare products? Like, what would you wear when you're going out?
Like, as like my moisturizer?
Moisturizer, concealers, anything, and perfumes and stuff too.
Moisturizer would be the La Roche-Posay Double Repair Moisturizer.
Okay.
Live and swear by it. I promise everybody should try it.
Okay.
It's like one of the best moisturizers out there.
Like, you'll never turn back.
Concealer, Hourglass.
Okay, yeah.
One of the best, like, concealers
Great
out
coverage.
there. Great
Yeah.
coverage. Foundation, House Lab.
Okay.
Such a great foundation. Skin-like. It blends into your skin so smooth.
Okay.
Blush, Rare Beauty.
Rare Beauty, love Rare Beauty, yeah.
So good. And then if you perfume for the men, I would say would be Creed Aventus, Dior Sauvage, but it has to be the Elixir. Don't get the Eau de Toilette. Don't get the Eau de Parfum. The Elixir. It's a bit more, but like the Elixir lasts longer. It's more intense. That's what I have on right now. It's so beautiful.
Do you have like an everyday like scent, or is it like you wear certain things for like a night out or an event, or?
I wear my fragrance as I would wear it like any other everyday, because I feel like that's the reason that I buy it for. So why save it for a special occasion?
Same. I'm like that too.
I just wear
but
my
I think
stuff.
a lot of people have.
I mean, a lot of folks do, because it's like, oh, it's like a little bit more money, it's a little bit more expensive. But also, baby, you could die tomorrow if you don't wear that fragrance.
And what if you meet someone that's like incredible and like
at a cafe
you want
shop,
to smell your best,
right?
You
like
know?
I think everybody should step out the house looking their best. I don't care where you're going.
Always.
If you're going to a cafe shop, if you're walking your dog, put a little something on, put a little cute set on, because you just never know who's watching you. You never know who's watching you, and you never know when you're gonna meet your partner. You just never know. And you meet your partner at the most random places when you least expect it.
Yeah. And it's like, look good, feel good. You will feel better.
You will
if you
feel
look
better.
Good.
Exactly.
100%. Well, do you have any last questions for me before we wrap up?
So.
I'm scared.
Okay, so where you're at right now, do you think you're ready for a serious relationship, or you just want to keep the situationship alive? But I have another question. Yeah.
Okay. Serious relationship within the next 2 months? No. Oh. But within the next year, yeah, I would love one.
You're enjoying your single time.
I love my single time.
Do we have a roster?
I always have a roster.
Do you have a favorite on the roster?
Yes.
Can you give us a little bit like description of him?
He's 6'2".
He's in Toronto, or he's in the US?
He's in Toronto.
Okay. One more thing, and then you don't have to give more.
He has scruff.
What do you mean by scruff?
Scruff. Like face scruff.
Like, is it like thick or is it like thin?
Thin.
Okay, that means he eats it really well. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
That's how you know.
Okay. So oh my God. A guy that can eat it well. Oh my God.
Well, like 90% of them don't know anything.
They don't. But this is why you train your men. Because like a lot of time you have to train them.
Unfortunately, but you know, that's just what you got to do.
You got to do. Like, you just got to train them. Because like everybody's body is different. So you have to train your men.
Yes. And you know what you want. You're the only person that knows
what you want.
They
But
can't
like
read
a
your
lot of the
mind.
girls, it's so crazy. A lot of the girls don't enjoy themselves with their partner. It's more about their partner.
But I think that it's because they're not comfortable. I think that if they were if they were comfortable and understood it and asked what they want and spoke about it,
yeah,
then they would just as much enjoy
They're
themselves.
scared to train their men.
They are.
But also, men don't last long.
No.
Like, they're like a quick boom, boom, boom.
But if they understand that and know how long they do last, then they will start for you.
Understanding. I agree 100%.
Yeah. Okay, next question.
Next question is, back on the roster, how many guys do we have on the roster? Or don't answer that, actually, because that's a little bit more controversial.
Okay.
Like,
I'll answer anything.
On a roster, how many guys do you think we're supposed to be juggle? Like, for a girl, like when she has a roster, how many guys do you think are supposed to be on that roster?
3 is a great number, but 5 would be like pushing it. Like, I think 5 would be hard to juggle.
Yeah.
You still want to be able to FaceTime like each one of them a bit. So I think 3 is a great number.
But it also depends on what level that you are with them, like the comfort level. But I personally believe you should have a roster at every city.
True.
Like, you need a roster. If you're living in the US, you need a roster in New York, in Miami, in LA, in Georgia, in California.
And it keeps you traveling.
It keeps you traveling, and it keeps like, hey, like I'm at the airport. I need to be picked up.
Exactly. Boom.
And they take care of you.
Someone did pick us up from the airport here.
Like a potential on the roster?
I'm sure I'm on his, but he's not on mine.
Oh my God. I love that.
We'll leave that there.
I love that so much. I love that.
You know, but I mean, very nice guy. I'm always polite and I'm always nice.
Yes,
and I say my please and thank you.
Yes.
And that's that.
Okay, me too.
How many people do you have on your roster right now?
I don't have a roster, really. I would say I'm only like seeing like entertaining one guy, but it's like once in a blue moon I see him.
Okay.
I don't really see him around. But like, I think when I start traveling, I will have a more legit roster. Yeah. But in reality, I have like 2 potentials on my roster.
Okay.
So it's like one isn't like not even in the US.
It's still there.
It's still there, but they're not even in the US.
Okay.
The other one, it's like they're both not even in the US.
So do you just like people that are far away?
I feel like European guys are more like my type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're traveling and
I'm traveling, but like I see them once in a blue moon.
Okay.
Yeah, once in a blue moon.
So you still have something to be excited about. FaceTime?
Yes.
FaceTime's a great thing. FaceTime dates.
I mean, we don't do that, but...
Okay, you can get there if you want to.
Yes.
You will if you want to. This was a lot more fun than I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Thank you.
So thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
People are going to love you because I already love you. And they're like... Obviously, watching your content, you're such a relatable and like sweet soul and great person. But in person, you're just even more amazing.
Thank you. A lot of people think I'm like so like hard to approach.
Oh no, you're so well. It's because you're hot, and people that are attractive, they intimidate people.
They say that.
So that's just take it as a compliment.
Likewise, you are.
Thank you.
You are.
Well, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week on Tall Blonde.